Yo, what's up guys? In today's video I have a bunch of Chicago Bulls news, rumors, and some huge injury updates on Lonzo Ball. You know, the Chicago Bulls did, I'd say, have their end of season interviews just the other day, and they gave a quick little update on Lonzo Ball. I'm going to be talking about some NBA draft rumors and DeMar DeRozan being open to recruiting free agents to the Chicago Bulls. But before I jump into today's video, make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel. Also leave a quick like below today's video. It takes a second and it helps me out a lot, and leave some comments and questions below today's video about all the topics and rumors I'm about to jump into. Also, speaking of the end of season interviews, definitely check out my last video. Zach LaVine definitely gave some interesting, I'd say, answers to most of the questions about obviously him being a free agent for this upcoming offseason. He kind of hinted at leaving the Chicago Bulls. I broke down that whole topic and gave my opinion on that in my last video. Definitely check out that video. But either way, like I was saying earlier in today's video, the Bulls did give a pretty, I'd say, important Lonzo Ball update. And I'm going to be honest, I've been kind of covering this situation for the whole season. And Lonzo's been out, I'd say, about 3 to 4 months now. And, I hate to be like this, but the news is still not pretty. And it's kind of scary at this point. Like I said, they did have their end of season interviews, and they just spoke to Lonzo Ball for the first time since his knee surgery in late January. And he said his rehab is still kind of at a standstill. It's not, that's first off not a good thing to hear at all after months of just resting, trying to ramp him up, and obviously he couldn't get ramped up. But either way, Lonzo did continue, and he said he is going to visit a knee specialist next week, probably in LA, to consider next steps. He's still having pain in his knee, which is a terrible thing to hear. And just, like I said, it's been months and he's still having knee problems. They did ask him if he might have another surgery. He said, I'm not sure, hopefully not. And I agree, hopefully not, because let's be honest, Lonzo was having a huge season, probably best of his career, especially on the defensive end and in three-point shooting. And the Bulls definitely missed that for the second half of the season, and especially in the NBA playoffs versus the Bucks. And obviously that doesn't sound great, but Billy Donovan then did comment on Lonzo Ball's knee and how it's been bothering him for months now. And even Billy Donovan is worried about Lonzo Ball's knee, and he is frustrated as well. He said there's no answer to why he's feeling discomfort in his knee. So that's not comforting at all, especially after he's been kind of sitting and resting and trying to rehab and just get ready for months now. It's still kind of weird that it's been months in pain. I hate to be like this, but it does seem like Lonzo is heading towards, I'd say, knee surgery in this upcoming offseason. And same with Zach LaVine. I was also talking about him and giving some injury updates about him in my last video. So that definitely sucks to hear right after the season end. Obviously, the second half of the season was very disappointing, but it does seem like, the Bulls, I love Lonzo Ball. I love the pickup, but it does seem like he does have some knee problems. I don't know what it is about Chicago point guards that have knee problems, but I'll definitely keep you guys updated on if Lonzo Ball and Zach LaVine does need, I'd say, knee surgery in this offseason. For right now, it does seem very, very likely in my opinion. Definitely leave some comments and questions below today's video about both Lonzo and Zach LaVine more than likely needing offseason surgery. And the second topic in today's video is about some NBA draft rumors. And obviously for this whole season, Vucevic's play has kind of been up and down, and I feel like he's gotten a lot of hate. So the Bulls have recently been connected to a 20-year-old 7-foot defender. The Chicago Bulls were listed a perfect landing spot for big man Walker Kessler, says Sports Illustrated. And I agree. I feel like the Bulls really need to find a young backup center for Vucevic in case, who knows, Vucevic is going to be a free agent next year. He's on a 1-year contract pretty much. And other than Sports Illustrated listing him as a great pickup for the Chicago Bulls, a lot of NBA mock drafts do have the Bulls drafting him with our 18th overall draft pick. And in my opinion, he fits the Chicago Bulls really well. He's a 7'1" center who averaged about 12 points per game and 8 rebounds as a sophomore. And also last year in college, he did win Defensive Player of the Year. And they listed, the only center the Chicago Bulls have on that roster that gets minutes is obviously Vucevic. And, I really liked the whole Tristan Thompson pickup, but I don't know why, but he was just not it. I saw a lot of Bulls fans blaming him for a lot of problems. I do feel like ever since the Bulls did pick him up, the whole season fell apart. I'm not going to blame it on him, but he was definitely not a good pickup in my opinion. And this reporter did continue, and this has led to struggles struggles in rebounds and blocks per game with Vuce at the center position for the Bulls. They were 28th in the NBA in rebounding and 25th in blocks, and those are two impacts that Kessler could immediately help coming off the bench in Chicago. And I agree, I believe he'd be a great pickup around the 18th overall draft pick. Let me know below today's video who you guys want the Bulls to draft at the 18th overall pick. I'll definitely be making a bunch of videos just mock drafting some players and breaking down their games. But in most NBA mock drafts, he is listed anywhere from a mid to a late first round draft pick, and that's exactly where the Chicago Bulls are expected to be picking, unless if they do trade the pick. You know, Walker Kessler is a strong physical center, which I believe the Chicago Bulls badly need, I'd say, as a backup to Vuce. He's a very skilled scorer that can operate out of the post, also has the ability to knock down some outside shots, and he's also a very good shot blocker that can help his team protect the paint. He was buried on the bench on North Carolina, but he still did play well in limited minutes, and then he obviously transferred to Auburn, and he could be a good find for any NBA team in the 22 NBA draft. If the Bulls could get him at the 18th overall draft pick and have him back up Vuce, I'd be very happy. He's a really good defender, very strong and physical center that I feel like the Bulls are missing. He could definitely help the paint and block some shots here and there. Let me know below today's video what you guys think about the Bulls possibly drafting, I'd say, Kessler at the 18th overall draft pick. And the final topic in today's video is about DeMar DeRozan, and at his end of season exit interview, he was saying how he is open to recruiting players this offseason to come play for the Chicago Bulls, and that's huge. Instantly, you know, I mean, after the season DeMar had, that's awesome. I also saw he's going to invite some of the young Bulls out to, I'd say, in maybe LA or this offseason to work out with him, and that's huge as well. That's awesome for chemistry, and obviously DeMar has, I'd say, crazy workouts that he did compared to Kobe Bryant. I'd really be happy if he took Zach or Patrick Williams. You know, DeMar DeRozan did continue, and he said if guys reach out or there is an opportunity to have a conversation with guys who would like to join, why not? Without a doubt. You love to hear that from the Bulls, arguably, I'd say, best player. You know, I'd say the number one word and thing about all the players' exit interviews, even the Bulls front office, was kind of keeping this core together and kind of running it back. And I'm kind of iffy on that. I plan to make a future video really covering that and breaking that down. But DeMar DeRozan did say he believes the core will return this offseason. He also thinks the front office will obviously work to improve the roster on margins. You know, just like we're competitors, they are as well for the right reasons. I do expect the Bulls, I'd say, big four of Lonzo, Zach, DeMar, and Vuce to be back. I wouldn't surprise me if the Bulls did, I'd say, decide to shop Vuce. I'll definitely keep you guys updated on all the trade rumors or rumors that come out for this offseason. But either way, I believe this core is still solid. Obviously, you know, this team wasn't going to win a championship in 1 year together. The Chicago Bulls need to add a lot of lengthy 3-and-D players, in my opinion. Definitely let me know below today's video what you guys want the Chicago Bulls to do this offseason. Either blow up the core, run it back, or just retool by adding some three-point shooters and better defenders and some big men. Either way, thank you guys again for all the love on the channel and watching today's video. I hope you guys all have a good one. Thank you guys for watching. Have a good one.